Have you ever felt trapped in a whirlwind of negative emotions, anxiety, or fear in the face of life's constant changes? Do you yearn for a state of inner strength where nothing can shake your peace? The harsh reality is that we often find ourselves caught in a cycle of emotional reactions. Failure discourages us, criticism makes us defensive, and uncertainty breeds fear. We cling to the illusion of control, only to crumble when things don't go according to plan. Have you ever found yourself saying, "If only things were different, I'd be happy," or "I can't take this anymore"? These thoughts, while common, reveal a fundamental misunderstanding of the nature of control and resilience. We often tie our happiness and peace to external factors that are inherently unpredictable and beyond our control. This approach is a recipe for perpetual dissatisfaction and emotional turmoil. But imagine if you could change that narrative. Picture a life where external events, no matter how chaotic or challenging, cannot disturb your inner peace. A life where you possess the inner strength to remain calm and resilient in the face of any adversity. This is not a distant dream, but an achievable reality, attained by shifting how you perceive and respond to the world around you. The journey ahead will unveil profound principles that have the power to transform how you interact with the world. And these are not abstract concepts, but tangible tools you can start using today to build a solid foundation of resilience and inner peace. Join us as we explore these transformative principles and learn how to construct an impenetrable inner fortress. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates on practical knowledge and advice on living a life of resilience and inner peace. Become a part of our community and embark on this journey towards a stronger, more confident version of yourself. Rule 1. Reduce unnecessary desires and focus on what is within our control. Epictetus emphasized that excessive desire often leads to suffering and dissatisfaction. When we crave something that we cannot attain, or when it is beyond our control, we tend to feel frustrated, anxious, and insecure. He believed that people often make the mistake of placing their happiness in external things such as wealth, fame, status, or even the recognition of others. These things are beyond our control and are easily changeable, making us slaves to our own desires. For example, imagine someone who is always eager to get promoted at work. This goal is not inherently wrong, but when it becomes an overpowering desire, that person may get caught in a cycle of anxiety and pressure. Each time they face failure or see others succeed more than themselves, they feel envious, disappointed, and lose confidence. They may even compromise their core values like honesty or kindness just to achieve their goal. Epictetus would advise this person to focus on doing their current tasks to the best of their ability, striving to work with dedication and calmness. He believed that satisfaction and happiness do not come from achieving goals, but from mastering one's own behavior and thoughts. Epictetus also emphasized that reducing desires does not mean abandoning everything and becoming someone without any goals. Instead, he advised us to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot control. Things we can control include our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Things beyond our control are the reactions of others, objective situations, or the final outcomes. By accepting and not expecting anything from elements outside of our control, we can maintain tranquility and peace of mind. When we reduce desires and are not bound by external things, we are more likely to find inner peace and happiness. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If we can change the way we perceive things and control our desires, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and find true happiness within. This is the profound and meaningful teaching of Epictetus on how to live a happy and peaceful life. Rule 2. Treat life like a buffet. Life can be likened to a lavish buffet where each person has the opportunity to experience, choose, and enjoy a wide variety of dishes according to their preferences. At this buffet, no one is forced to pick a specific dish or confined to any strict boundaries. We have the freedom to explore, experiment, and experience all that life has to offer, from sweet and gentle pleasures to the bitter and sour challenges. In a buffet, not every dish is suitable for everyone. Some may enjoy the sweet desserts while others prefer the rich flavors of the main courses. Similarly, each of us has our own passions, goals, and joys. Life doesn't always go as planned, and not everything brings satisfaction. What's important is that we know how to choose, savor, and discover experiences that truly matter to us. Sometimes we make the mistake of choosing too many dishes, leading to exhaustion and overwhelm. This is when we need to learn how to moderate, to know what is enough and not be greedy. Trying to experience everything hastily and without focus can strip away the true meaning of life. Instead, let's enjoy each moment, cherish every experience, whether big or small, to deeply appreciate the flavors of life. Moreover, in the buffet, you can also try new and unfamiliar dishes that you might have never considered before. This is akin to stepping out of your comfort zone, accepting risks to explore new opportunities and challenges. Sometimes, a unique experience can open up new perspectives and unexpected joys that you never knew existed. Lastly, just as a buffet has its time and limits, so does our life. Therefore, let's savor and cherish every moment, experiencing and experimenting with mindfulness and meaning. Live in such a way that, when looking back, we can feel content with the dishes we have chosen in this special feast. Rule 3. Accepting fate in whatever happens to us. According to Epictetus, every event, whether good or bad, has its own meaning in the larger picture of the universe. Resisting or opposing fate is not only futile, but also a source of suffering and dissatisfaction. When we resist things beyond our control, such as loss, illness, or the passing of loved ones, we create stress and sorrow for ourselves. Instead, if we learn to accept and welcome these occurrences with serenity, we will find inner peace and strength. This is the essence of the concept of amor fati, the love of fate, which Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca emphasized. Accepting fate does not mean giving up or surrendering to circumstances, but rather clearly recognizing what is within our control and what is not. As Epictetus said, some things are up to us and some things are not. We can control our attitudes, thoughts, and actions, but we can't control external events such as the weather, the thoughts of others, or unforeseen incidents. When we realize and accept this truth, we no longer waste energy on futile efforts, but instead focus on self-improvement and living a better life. Accepting and not resisting fate also helps us live in harmony with nature and the order of the universe. It allows us to face difficulties and challenges with resilience and tranquility. In doing so, we not only lead a more peaceful life, but also learn to appreciate the small moments and the good things that exist in life. Thus, accepting fate means accepting oneself and whatever comes our way, while finding peace and happiness from within. Rule 4. Cultivating self-control and patience. Epictetus believed that the ability to control our emotions and behavior is the foundation of a meaningful and happy life. He encouraged us not only to accept and embrace the difficulties in life, but also to learn how to manage our natural reactions to external influences. This practice helps us avoid being dominated by negative emotions such as anger, fear, or sadness, and instead face them with calmness and clarity. Self-control is not about completely eliminating or suppressing emotions, but rather the ability to recognize and regulate them appropriately according to the situation. We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. For instance, when faced with criticism or injustice, instead of reacting impulsively or defensively, we should pause, take a deep breath, and objectively assess the situation. Self-control helps us avoid getting caught up in fleeting negative emotions and enables us to make wiser decisions. Patience is a virtue that goes hand in hand with self-control, as it allows us to maintain calm and perseverance in difficult and unfavorable situations. Life doesn't always go as planned, and we often face challenges and obstacles. Patience helps us accept that everything takes time to change and develop. When encountering difficulties, instead of hastily seeking to escape the situation or looking for quick fixes, we should take time to reflect and find more sustainable solutions. Patience not only helps us endure and overcome adversity, but is also crucial in building healthy and lasting relationships. Cultivating self-control and patience requires continuous effort and personal discipline. However, once achieved, we will find genuine peace and freedom in our hearts, no longer being affected by external events or fleeting negative emotions. As Epictetus taught, true freedom does not lie in controlling circumstances, but in controlling ourselves in the face of every circumstance. Rule 5. Seek wealth and wisdom, virtue. Epictetus emphasized that money and status may offer temporary benefits such as material comfort or admiration from others, but they cannot ensure a meaningful life and inner peace. If we let ourselves be controlled by these desires, we will always feel anxious and never satisfied because greed and the desire for possession are endless. When we achieve one goal, we immediately crave something else, ultimately leading to fatigue and emptiness. Instead of chasing material values, Epictetus advised us to seek wealth in wisdom, virtue, and understanding. These are sustainable values that cannot be affected by external factors such as the economy or social status. Cultivating wisdom allows us to gain deeper insights and a better understanding of the nature of life, enabling us to respond wisely to life's challenges. Virtue helps us live according to our values and principles, bringing us peace and contentment. Understanding allows us to empathize and connect with others, fostering sincere and lasting relationships. When we seek wealth in these spiritual values, we no longer depend on material wealth or fame to define our self-worth. We become freer, no longer driven by ambitions or societal pressures. As a result, we can live a meaningful and happy life, regardless of external circumstances. Rule 6. Evaluate ourselves through self-awareness and introspection. Epictetus believed that by frequently examining our thoughts and actions, we can recognize our weaknesses and mistakes, thereby improving ourselves to become better. This is a continuous process, not just stopping at acknowledging our shortcomings, but also requiring effort to change and grow. This self-awareness helps us live more consciously, not merely reacting instinctively or impulsively, but always reflecting carefully before making decisions and taking actions. In modern life, where the pace is hectic and stressful, pausing to self-reflect seems more challenging than ever. We are easily swept up in the whirlwind of work, relationships, and social pressures, leading to a loss of connection with ourselves. However, Epictetus's perspectives remain highly applicable in this context. Self-awareness and introspection not only help us face the daily difficulties and challenges, but also allow us to find inner peace and happiness. When we take time to contemplate our behavior, emotions, and thoughts, we gain a clearer understanding of our true motivations and desires, enabling us to make more appropriate choices. Furthermore, self-awareness helps us build and maintain healthy relationships. When we understand ourselves, we can more easily empathize with and understand the emotions of others, creating genuine and deep connections. Moreover, recognizing and admitting our weaknesses is not a sign of weakness, but on the contrary, a mark of courage and maturity. It allows us to overcome our ego, be open to feedback, and be willing to change for the better. Self-awareness and introspection are not short-term endeavors, but a continuous process that requires perseverance. However, when we commit to this, we gradually develop a better version of ourselves. As Epictetus said, improvement does not come from grand changes in external circumstances, but from small, yet consistent improvements in our thoughts and behaviors. True peace and happiness only arise when we understand and accept ourselves while striving to improve every day. Rule 7. Practicing gratitude. A Stoic is not only grateful for the good things life brings, but also for the difficulties and challenges, as they help us strengthen our will and develop virtue. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Receive without pride, let go without attachment." To be truly at peace, we must be grateful not only for the joys, but also for the pain and losses, because they are part of what shapes our character. Gratitude, according to the Stoics, is not about fostering an illusion of a life without suffering, but rather about accepting and valuing every aspect of life, both good and bad. We should not feel indebted when we receive something, because everything in the universe unfolds according to a rational order. Practicing gratitude is not about passive acceptance of fate, but about seeing everything that happens as part of our personal growth. This way, we are not only grateful for what we have, but also for what we do not have, as it helps us cultivate patience and self-control. Gratitude is also a tool to free ourselves from the obsession with material possessions and fleeting fame. Instead of craving what we have yet to achieve, we should be thankful for what we already possess, as these are the foundations of a simple and free life. Practicing daily gratitude, even for the smallest things, helps us appreciate every moment and face life with a more serene and resilient mindset. Rule 8. Practicing forgiveness. Forgiveness, as understood by philosophers like Epictetus and Seneca, is the release of oneself from the bonds of negative emotions and resentment. When we hold on to hatred, we not only hurt ourselves but also lose our inner peace and mental freedom. Epictetus taught that while we cannot control the actions of others, we have complete control over how we respond to those actions. Forgiveness does not mean condoning or accepting wrongful deeds. Rather, it is about overcoming anger and bitterness to protect the tranquility of our own minds. Stoics believe that people act according to their beliefs and understanding at that particular moment. If someone does something wrong, it is because they are being led by misguided perceptions and lack clarity. Therefore, forgiveness is not only a noble act toward others, but also a profound understanding of human nature and our own vulnerabilities. Forgiveness helps us view situations with an objective and calm mindset without letting negative emotions cloud our reason. By practicing forgiveness, we not only free ourselves from psychological burdens, but also become stronger in the face of life's challenges. Forgiveness is an expression of compassion and self-control, allowing us to move forward on the path of self-improvement without being shackled by past hurts and resentments. Rule 9. Pursuing steadfast purpose. Steadfast purpose is the journey of cultivating resilience and inner strength to overcome all challenges. Epictetus once asserted that adversity is not only a measure of a person's character, but also an opportunity for each individual to discover their limitless potential. Just as a skilled captain is judged by their ability to steer a ship through fierce storms, a person can only demonstrate their courage and capabilities when faced with hardship. A steadfast purpose is the torch that illuminates and guides us through rough paths filled with temptations and obstacles. Steadfast purpose is not something that comes by chance. It originates from a deep understanding of oneself and the core values one wishes to pursue throughout life. It could be a grand dream in one's career, a goal for self-improvement, or a mission to contribute to the community. Once you identify what truly matters, you will feel empowered to confront any difficulties without faltering. The challenges along the way become valuable lessons that help you grow and reinforce your belief in your own abilities. Commitment to a purpose is not just about pursuing a goal, but also a promise to oneself not to give up, no matter how many failures or obstacles arise. This requires a steely spirit and unwavering determination, like a lighthouse that shines steadily amidst the vast ocean, undeterred by stormy winds. A steadfast purpose is not only an anchor that helps you stay on course, but also a spiritual compass that guides you through the turbulent storms of life. With a steadfast purpose, you will no longer be swayed by difficulties or the skeptical voices around you. Your goal becomes a powerful driving force that pushes you forward, step by step, turning what once seemed impossible into reality. Ultimately, a steadfast purpose not only helps you achieve the successes you desire, but also transforms you into a better version of yourself, someone who can stand firm against all challenges and build a life of true meaning. Rule 10. Using time wisely. Time is the most precious asset we possess, yet it is often wasted on things that are neither truly important nor within our control. The philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." To use time wisely, according to the teachings of the Stoics, we need to focus on what truly matters and let go of futile concerns. The first principle is to be aware of what is within our control. Epictetus emphasized that only our thoughts, emotions, and actions are within our control, while everything else, such as circumstances, the opinions of others, or the final outcomes, is beyond our influence. Therefore, we should devote our time and mind to self-improvement, cultivating virtues, and enhancing our intellect, rather than worrying about things we cannot change. Secondly, practice memento mori, the reminder of the brevity of life. Understanding that our time is limited helps us value every moment and not let it slip away meaninglessly. Ask yourself each day, if today were my last day, what would I do? This question helps us focus on what is truly important and live each day to the fullest. Lastly, always keep a calm mind and focus on the present. The Stoics believed that only the present moment is real. The past is gone, and the future is yet to come. So do not let your mind be dragged by past regrets or worries about what has not yet happened. Using time wisely, according to Stoic philosophy, means living with mindfulness, mastering oneself, and appreciating every moment we have. Embracing these 10 Stoic principles allows you to build a fortress of inner strength and tranquility, enabling you to face life's inevitable challenges with courage and composure. As Epictetus reminds us, true freedom comes not from controlling the external world, but from mastering our own minds. When we focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, and our responses, we become unshakable in the face of adversity. Life will always present difficulties, but with the wisdom of Stoicism as your guide, you can navigate through any storm with grace and resilience. By internalizing these teachings, you transform obstacles into opportunities for growth, setbacks into lessons, and chaos into calm. Remember, your mind is your most powerful tool, and by honing it, you gain the ability to rise above whatever life throws your way. So take these principles to heart, practice them daily, and you'll find yourself not just surviving, but thriving in a world full of uncertainties. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into living a resilient and purposeful life, guided by Stoic wisdom. Stay strong, stay focused, and let nothing shake your inner peace. Your